Alright, listen. This is 135 real quick. I know I said I was gonna go, but I wanna like expand on the couple points I made on the last one. Alright. The vibration, okay, you have to understand. Alright. We use quartz as for this example of water because this is the purest crystal. It's for healing, it's for protection, it's for reflection. And one of the most purest forms of silica. Go look it up. Quartz is definitely involved with that. So let's talk about this soul light stuff in the prism, in the liquid crystal water. Okay, why you get these different vibes? If you are a body of water, the whole earth is a body of water, right? But then there's that land, there's that hard part. Okay, that's like us. So that whole metal water, the NaH2O thing, plus that silicon moon that's shooting that square wave that's pulling and pushing on us on a wave and stuff. See, water has curvature. Even though this place is definitely not curved on a globular thing. Because if it was curvature, and that means water would be going down and around and then hitting itself, and it would be mass destruction, mass disaster. Everything would be mildewed, water flooded, and it's already crazy like that. But you have to understand, when you pour water into a glass, water takes the shape of a glass or a bottle or whatever it's in. If there's a hole for water to go through, it goes down through it. It is a liquid crystal. It almost has a mind of its own, which is why it's conscious, so to speak. But we know that if you speak two things with words, the transient, it programs that. So you have to understand that the crystals get programmed too. That's a solid crystal. Water's a liquid crystal, but everything gets a transient. When you speak words, okay, if you speak love and endearing things, that builds and encourages and fortifies and gives things constitution. When you speak bad and negatively, you tend to destroy stuff. Like, seriously, when people are driving and their car is a piece of shit and they talk stuff on it or they're screaming and that's what really ends up also adding to the car saying because you got to think of how loud they're screaming, the way they're talking about their car. They're talking to an inanimate object. That's even more lunatic than what people would actually like to think, but they call it commonplace. You son of a bitch. But does a car have a gender? I didn't know. You feel me? Okay, but look, listen. You know what I'm saying. So we're kind of going off on a tangent again. We're still in the woods. We never left, and we only got lit matches, so keep up. There's no light. There's no stars or moon still. And we're going 40 miles an hour in these trees, pine trees. You know what it is. So I'm telling you, the vibration of your body of water, you have this metal water, that's on a fucked up vibration. The moon's shutting half people's brains off, which makes them a zombie retard. Basically down in the lower area. You know, that's where their desire and pleasure, that's their main goal, root. Oh, eat, sleep, shit, sex. Flesh pack, all they know. Corpses slapping. Did you notice you woke up in the fucking jail? Yeah, you got DUI. Oh my god, what the hell? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm a school teacher. Yeah, you're in jail. What was I doing? You were on Molly with a student. What? Yeah, bad. Zombie corpse. Not knowing what they're doing. Lost at sea. But guess what? They get you something's dead, so you get some in the court. But you don't have that spectrum. Obviously, or the spectrum has been dimmed out or something the fuck shut off. That's what the moon does to the water. That's why you have liquid crystals. So you have to add that gas, the gas host that rises to the occasion, the soul. When you take that deep breath, right? That ether. Because the combination of the light, the air, and then the sound. Come on, man. That's a catalytic conversion, man. You think you ain't gonna get a prism from that? Noise spectrum? And all noise is every frequency of sound. If you listen closely to your blood flow, you'll hear the sound of white noise. But that's also like the mechanical hum of the body. The biomechanical hum. See? Because the body's like a piece of technology, but I told you it's bioware. Not cyberware. You see what I'm saying? But even cyberware has the what? HD, 10K, 4K, 8K. Oh my God. Knowing damn well your eye is 100K, but it still looks greater and more appealing because it's trickery done from the silicone chip. But the world used to be silica, so guess how high definition it used to look. This shit's a little bit dumbed down. I want to say we 100K, but I think we were supposed to be seeing like maybe 200K, huh? Maybe 401K, because that's what they take when they give you K. That's super high definition. That's like, whoa. I say 401. Because that's like the fourth dimension. You know? 401. Learn how to go to the 4101. How to move in that light body. You see what I'm saying? But that vibration, that's that water. Like you're pure water and you're pure that purity, but then there's other things that vibrate at different frequencies. Different waters are tainted. They have a different vibration. Their liquid crystal's fucked up. It's no longer just water. It's the solution. There's the fluoride, you know. Hydrocarbon. Dog. Retarded. Cosmetic, prosthetic, no leg to stand on one, crunch, swole. You need help? The hell are you made of? Wet wood? Seems that way. That's what hydrofluorocarbon would be. What is a wet tree? Wet carbon? Water the fuck down? Soft solids? But an organism though. A living bioorganism rotting is a water zombie hydrofluorocarbon creature. Shoving pills down people's throats, they drink what with it? Water, huh? What are those pills? Water soluble. What's in the pills? Stuff that turns into water soluble solution. Then got your brain full of pollution. And since you're crystal tainted, cracked, it ain't shining, guess what? The light can't come in. Divinity lost, snuffed out, alkalized quick. Or guess what? It might not even be doing that because guess what? What did I say? There's a dark light. Oops, so now you've been tainted, you've been tinted. Now you got different tints. Now you've been behind limo tints. Corrupted. That's the corrupt light. Huh? That void antibody. Come on, man. And then your shit gets snuffed out doubly by this because guess what? What's on the screens now? LCD, liquid crystal display. What? So you got the crystal screen, which I would want to say it's quartz, definitely, because most watch cover face the glass on it's quartz, usually. So it's got the flat screens. Why do you think they still cost a little bit pricey? Duh, the screen has got to be made of quartz crystal. But there's liquid crystal display. So what's inside the quartz? Obviously water or some type of solution. Liquid crystal display. So, but we know that when you turn it off, it's black. It's a scrying mirror. It's reflective as fuck. I'm looking at myself in it right now. We know water's a two-way door. It's digital. It's programmable. Things come through back and forth, doorway. Fish swim against the current. We've already been through this. What do you mean? And then water also has the ability to feel like a solid and act like a solid because if you fall on it wrong, you'll break bones or paralyze yourself and yada yada. Or if it hits you, it will knock you over. Like a large burst of water. So, let's be real. That liquid crystal can act as a solid. And that's why like you add stuff to it. And then that prism, that color's going to change, man, because it's no longer H2O now. You know, there's all types of stuff in pills and different types of things that we eat and stuff. That's 100. And that's that vibratory. And then metals. We're not supposed to really ingest metals, like pieces of it. And if you do ingest metals, it should be colloidal. But you have to be careful with that. On the previous episode, I talk about that. There's different colors of colloidal silver. Or gold, I believe. Whatever color. I can't remember what video it was. Too much information. I'm just trying to give it to you guys in a lump sum, like I always do. With no cut on it. That raw. Now I'm telling you, Metals have a vibratory thing too. With them, they have a vibration. That's why you should wear them as opposed to ingest them. Ingesting colloidals will destroy bacteria and infections and stuff like that. But when you think about distilled water, it's a super ionically charged liquid crystal, which would be positively ionically charged. And the reason why it's positively charged is because the stuff that gets stuck into your positively charged light body would have to be all negative. And when you're fasting and you drink the distilled water, it distills your water, your liquid crystal, and replenishes your liquid crystal, and also cleanses it. Because sometimes you have to cleanse your crystals. You should put them in salt, which is oddly enough sea salt or Himalayan salt, and you use salt to clean crystals, which is a metal. Look it up. Sometimes you use water, but some water will damage actual solid crystals. And sometimes salt will actually damage solid crystals, so you have to be very careful. Sometimes actual light will damage solid crystals, so you have to be careful. Sometimes moonlight can actually harm certain crystals. You have to be careful, see? You have to remember the moon's giving off a wave, but it's light, but it's also a sound wave. Because light spectrum, everything has waves. Brain waves, ocean waves, sea waves, waves of water, sound waves, waves in your hair, waves in the air. The trees, they wave in the air. The wave of air that blew your hair. You know? Everything has waves, man. A lot of things have waves. And water can have curvature, but the only way water has curvature is if it has a place that is flowing and it is curved, or you have a device that is sound based and you use sound to make the water curve. And I was looking at some stuff, and I need to get a couple things like a hose that's hooked up to like the sink or something, and we're going to have to put a speaker and blah blah blah. It's going to have to be a rig, and I'm going to have to set it up, and then I'm going to show you guys different hertz the water curves coming through the air. It's fucking crazy. People have already done it, but I'll do it on my channel and show you. So water does have curvature, but water takes the shape of where it's sitting. And this was spinning, and it was curved and globular, man. Oh man, oh man. Man, it was bad news bears, I would want to say. That's like a water catastrophe, cataclysm all day long. Because I just can't imagine that. And before all the silica was removed and all that, before, you know what I mean, when it was bioluminescent, you know, there wasn't all this fucking water. You know what I'm saying? Like old head Crow said to me, you know what I'm saying? When you pull up plants and roots and shit, you release water. Because, I mean, where does all the water go? Do the plants get? They drink it from the roots. And those trees are so gargantuan and giant, you pull them up and destroy them and all that shit. Come on, man. Water's rushing. The levees release, flood. And that's a different type of water, because you got to remember, it's a different type of tree. And this is an expanded root system all over the way. Connected, interconnected from tier to tier, end to end, corner to corner. You see? So, you know, people and things just go tampering with things that they should not, and this is what happens, man. It's called corruption, man. So welcome to it. Horrors of Old Untold. I'll break it down this vibratory frequency, transient information. I feed your soul. You eat these words, and you get the download after I upload it. So I hope this helps you understand the liquid crystal vibration and why these devices that snuff your soul out from the crown all the way down to the bottom. Not to mention the dissonant 440 and 432 mass hysteria inducing, demon possessing frequency that every instrument is tuned on as the Western tuning standard. Yet again, noise, because sound as you perceive it is noise as you determine what it is as perceived. So on that note, I'm gone. That should wrap it up though. That should definitely wrap it up. Although I want to end it on this note, liquid crystal display, so LCD TVs. What do you think? Water, light, and the quartz. That's enhanced conduit for passing. See, hear that noise outside? Bah, 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 bah. Shut the hell up. Alright. They're so annoying. They have a doorway easy. And then what are you? A liquid crystal. And see, the device put these on display in you. See what I'm saying? Liquid crystal display. Then they come and then you display this shit. Once they break the shit, then they get displayed. You know what I'm saying? You broke myself up. You fucking getting loud with me? You bumped into me, man. Watch where you're walking. You're a cyborg. Remember that. You and that cell phone have sex, motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck you're on. This shit looks scummy as hell anyway. Lucky I don't kick it in the sewer. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it is. And this is what your soul becomes now. That's the end of it, man. It's the vibration. And then if you have a real soul, and then you're surrounded by motherfuckers like this, come on, man. Their water, liquid crystal, is on a different display, on a different light, different frequency, and that's why they hone in and fuck with you, harass you. The universe gotta, because they're so negatively charged, they're so positively charged, they're naturally going to be attracted to you, and they're naturally going to fuck with you, just like you're naturally stuck to the ground. You see what I'm saying? That's 100. So I'm ending on that note. Crow Town, motherfucker.